Hello again, everybody. This is Rocketrickj18, and today I'm going to talk to you about some recent pickups that I've had. Most of them are baseball related, but I'm going to start out with 4 cards of Irish flags that I collect, and some. So let's just turn down the camera and we'll get started. And we'll zoom in a little bit so you can see a little better. Okay, this card was issued in 1908, and we'll turn it over and take a look at the back of the card, which tells you that it is card number 46 from the Flag Girls of All Nations, and this is the Republic of Ireland. So it's a tobacco card from the Capstan Navy Cut tobacco for pipe smokers. Along the side there, which you probably can't read, it tells you that there was an album that you could buy at the tobacconist shops for a penny. That's what the 1/D signifies on the side. So, Flag Girls of All Nations, this happened to be the Ireland. The next card that I have to show you is actually not a card, but it's a silk. And this is from Sovereign Cigarettes, and is a card for the city of Dublin. And of course, this came out in 1910, which was before the establishment of the Irish Republic, and which took place in 1922, 1921, I guess. And the back is plain, obviously, and so that's these silk cards are a little more difficult to put in these top loaders. I have to put them in a penny sleeve first, or you'd have no chance to get it in. But they're not stiff, so they don't really provide any support for sliding them down into the card, into the top loader. The next card that we have to show you depicts Irish horse racing, or horse racing jumping, in this case steeplechase. And this card was issued in 1936, and it was issued by Allen's Irish Moss Gum, which apparently was something that you would chew if you weren't feeling good. This tells you, the card tells you that Ireland has always been a horse racing country, and its hunting and steeplechasers are probably the finest in the world. Usually an Irish jumper wins the famous GN steeple at Tree, or it looks like ALN, in England. So that's the third one. The fourth card is I couldn't find any information on it, and it doesn't say on the back of the card. And of course, since these are cards from Great Britain, they don't appear in the American card catalog, not surprisingly. So anyway, I'll tell you what I can about it from the back. This is from Brook Bond Tea, and Cranford, Middlesex, England. It was the Flags and Emblems of the World, number 35 out of a series of 50. And this says that you can get a picture card album from your grocer at a charge of 6 pence, 6 pennies, 6 cents, whatever they're, I guess it's pennies. So that's the end of that's all of the Irish cards, Irish flag cards that I have to show you. The next cards that I have to show you are a series of 3 from the 2023 Topps holidays issue, and this is a card number H4 of Gunnar Henderson, the American League Rookie of the Year in 2023, and this is the regular issue card. The next card is a variation, and the variation is on Gunnar's left sleeve. It shows some festive holiday colors. They're a little bit hard to see. They look kind of like on the screen here. They just look kind of. It looks kind of just like it's a continuation of the dirt on his uniform, but it's not. And then the last of the 3 is another variation of these cards, and that is you'll notice that the bat has candy cane stripes on it. So I think I don't have, these are the only holiday cards that I have, and I picked these up on eBay they came during the week. I think I actually bought them the week before, and they're kind of whimsical. So it's I don't think they're actually worth a whole lot. Probably not as much as I paid for them, but since I collect Gunnar Henderson cards, not with a view towards owning every one that ever comes out, but anyway, I thought I'd pick those up. The next card that I have is from the 2023 Topps Archives issue, and this is also Gunnar Henderson, a rookie card, and it is card number 202. And it gives his stat line for the year, for his rookie year. And then the next card that I have from the same set is the Anthony Volpe card. Volpe did win a Gold Glove. And this is card number 286. One of the few bright spots in the Yankee season 2023. And those cards came packaged in between 4 2022 Topps Heritage cards. None of these is particularly difficult card to get a hold of or expensive, but I did like the Gio Urshela card. Gio was traded to the Twins, and frankly, I wish we'd kept him. He could play third base, and he certainly was better than Josh Donaldson in 2022 and 2023. So kind of wish we had him back. Nevertheless, there's Gio. So we won't spend too much time on these cards, but I got them for free, so, I'm happy to have them. And the next card that I have to show you is an autographed card. I don't normally look for autographed cards, but I'm starting to develop an interest in Tommy Henrich. And so I have picked up a couple autographs of Tommy. Tommy was the left fielder for the New York Yankees back in the 30s, late 30s, early 40s, the war years, the decade of the 40s, and then on into the early part of the 50s. And the Yankees won quite a few titles in those days, and Henrich was a key player in that. I think on the other side of Joe DiMaggio was King Kong Keller, and they formed a pretty stable outfield for quite a few years. So this is from an Upper Deck Yankee Signature Series, and on the back side of it, it gives you a little information about Upper Deck. This was a package insert, so that you got this in the pack when you opened it. So glad to have this, and extending my collection of Tommy Henrich cards. Also have a book to show you, and I'm going to go ahead and show this book to you. And this book is written by Tommy Henrich. It's called 5 O'Clock Lightning, and as here's the newspaper advertisement from 1992 for 5 O'Clock Lightning from the Sports Collector's Digest. And the other thing I wanted to show you was it is inscribed to Chuck, which happens to be the nickname of my younger son. It says, "Hope you enjoy reading this, and good reading for a Yankee fan. Best wishes, Tommy Henrich." So apparently Chuck must have gone to a book signing to get this card. And so I'm kind of anxious to read this book. Here's a picture of Tommy Henrich, 1937. Very nice. The next thing that I have to show you is from the Dexter Press card set, and in postcard size. And this is the card for Mickey Mantle. I think I've showed this card to you once before. Not the same card, but another copy of the same card. So, and we also have two cards number 140 and number 142 from the regular issue of the 1962 Topps subset of Babe Ruth cards. And I'm be glad to put those in the binder. I already have the green tints for those cards, so they'll go right in the main binder. Look forward to that. Here's a card that I bid on. I've bid on several times before, and I finally got one. This is the from the 54 Topps set of various and sundry actions, including celebrating Babe Ruth hitting his 60th home run, according to the Chicago Daily Sun-Times. And here it is on the front. So this card, because of who it depicts, carries a premium whenever you can find it. And this one's, a little rough around the edges too, but I didn't have to pay a whole lot for it, and I missed out on this card 2 or 3 times already, so I was pretty determined to get it. And then the next card that I have to show you is from the 1954 Topps set, and it is card number 1 in an authentic of Ted Williams. And it looks really, really sharp. And I'm also very glad to have it. And it's an improvement over the one that I have in my binder for the 1954 set, which you've already seen. And very glad to have that. So that goes along with the Tommy Henrich cards. And we're just going to turn this over. The back looks really pretty sharp. I mean, the top corners are very good, and the bottom corners have a little bit of chipping, but still have pretty good corners. And this is off center somewhat, left to right. I guess I'll call it left-right. It's wider on the left and narrower on the right. Top to bottom, it's a little hard to tell, but I would say that it's pretty well centered, top to bottom. Of course, along the tops, you don't have any border, so that's it makes it a little more difficult to tell. Anyway, I think a fine example. I'm happy to have it in an authentic. It might have been graded that way, or they might have just asked for that grade. I don't really know, but nevertheless, it'll go into my collection, and unlikely to see the light of day after that, unless somebody's looking at my binder. So here's some exhibit cards. And this is Joe Adcock. And here's Ed Bailey. And here's Gene Baker of the Chicago Cubs. Next is Don Blasingame. Don Blasingame. Del Ennis. Ennis played for the, he was on the Whiz Kids and played for the Phillies. Here's Alex Kellner, not to be confused with Charlie Keller. Alex Kellner was a pitcher for the Athletics. Here is a former Rookie of the Year, Gil McDougall, Yankee infielder, played some third base, played some second base. I don't recall him as a shortstop, but here's Bob Porterfield. Here's Phillies pitcher Curt Simmons. Again, another one of those WizKids teams of the Phillies during the 50s. Here is Mickey Vernon. Mickey Vernon won a batting championship by less than 1 percentage point, beating out Al Rosen in a year when Rosen also won the batting, came in second in the batting title, won the home run title and the RBI title. And here's Gene Woodling. Doesn't depict him in any particular team, but he did play for the Senators and the Yankees during the early to 50s and on into the 60s. He probably played for some other teams too, but he was a pretty good hitter. And the Yankees used him in left field. Not 100% sure about who they used in left field before he got there. So those are my exhibit cards. And the book, which I haven't read yet, but I will anxiously read it. I've just finished reading The Summer of '49, in which he played a very prominent role. It's the second time I've read it. It's a great book, and I recommend it highly. But this is by the man himself, so it's got to be pretty good in terms of, at least, of the inside information. So there you have it, and this is that's all my pickups, all I have for you today. And I will also remind you that this is Rocketrickj18, wishing that all your collecting dreams come true. Take care.